So Goga and Isaac. Nothing on front. Oh, he's a GTD. What's up, guys? What's up? Say hello when you get in here. Forgot to reserve my contest tonight. I need to do that. Hello, hello. I see two of you in here. How many more we got? Let me know when you're in here and we'll get started. What's up, Prince? How you doing, buddy? Got a huge slate tonight, guys. A lot of news to watch, too. Trying to get my lineups reserved, and did it reserve them? I don't think so. What the hell? Okay, I got the quarter, but I don't have the nickel. I guess it's gone now. Huh, interesting. Alright, Jose's in here. Let's get to it then, gents. So we got a huge slate tonight, right, guys? I want to point something out, though. Memphis and Chicago. I'm going to really be targeting that game. Chicago plays at the fastest pace in the NBA, and Memphis plays at the second fastest pace. Also, Atlanta and Washington, I really like that game too. They both rank top 8 in pace. Both of those games are going to have a lot of possessions, a lot of scoring. I'm not a betting guy, but I would bet the over in both games. So, interesting little tidbit there for you guys. We're also going to build a lineup together tonight. So, we got a lot of games. I'm just going to breeze through these players. You see somebody that you're interested in, have a question about, let me know in the chat, and we'll go over them in more detail. On the FanDuel slate, it's 11 games tonight because they included the 2 late games. So, starting off, we got Jamal Murray. I think he's in a great spot against Toronto. He's underperformed to start the season, but I like this price on him. It's criminally cheap. He's got huge upside. I love Luka tonight. Utah ranks 29th against the point guard position. He should be able to dominate at will tonight. I'm not sure how much of him I can fit into lineups tonight given his price, but I'm going to try to. Colin Sexton, he's grading out as a solid value for me. Maybe a little higher projected than I want him to be. I might manually reduce this down to, say, 2 fantasy points less, but he's still a decent value. Kobe White, he's in that game I told you I like to target, like him a lot. Simons, so pretty much night in and night out, it's either going to be Simons or, my brain's not working. Where's he at? Grant, that is doing all the scoring for the Trailblazers. Last 2 nights, it has been Grant. But Simons is still producing. I like him a lot. I think he's going to go under-owned and overlooked. Well, he's pulling ownership right now, but not near as much as a lot of people. So, I like him a lot today. Kyrie, he's still underpriced in my opinion. He met value last time out against Phoenix. This is a much worse team. Happy if he lands in my lineup. Drew's fine, but last 2 games have kind of been... Washington was a blowout. He didn't play a lot, but the Detroit game, he stunk it up. I think this is a great bounce-back spot for him against Milwaukee, though. Fred VanVleet's pulling a lot of ownership. I don't mind him. He's solid, but kind of just an MME guy for me. Love Trae Young tonight. His price is hard to stomach, but he's already hit 57 and 68 fantasy points this year. Love the spot for him, the matchup, everything. I want Trae today. I'm going to do everything I can to fit him into my lineups. He's not a core piece, but I like him a lot. I think you can't go wrong with Trae or Luka tonight. Garland's fine at his price. Totally fine. Nothing crazy. Same with Poole. I like this game. Huge upside. Don't mind Poole at all, but I'm not forcing him. I think I got Malik Monk a little over projected, but it's okay. We got any updates from Underdog? Nope. I'll be checking that throughout the night because we got a lot of news we're waiting on, guys. Cade Cunningham, I think he might get overlooked in the shuffle tonight. He does have a tough matchup, but he has played out of his mind this year. I like him a lot as a lower-owned play. Nimhard's just okay. Sexton's okay. I like Giddey in this matchup. The rest of these guys are mostly MME filler down through here. Scottie Pippen, if John Morant sets, becomes a must-play in my opinion. He's been playing off the bench and is still like 22, 24, and 23 minutes, and he's still dominating. If he gets slotted into a starting lineup, it's an automatic lock. You got to have him in your lineup. Jaden Ivey's solid too. Tough matchup like Cade, but I don't mind Ivey at a cheaper price point. Everybody through here, nobody's standing out. Lower owned play I like, Tyus Jones tonight, taking on the Lakers. He kind of stunk it up against them in the second game of the season, but both other games he's played solid. So, I trust him. We don't have news on if John Morant's in or out. He's still got the Q tag. I expect him to play, but we're not sure. I don't have him in my player pool until we get that news. We probably won't before lock, but even if he plays, even in this game environment, I'm not sure if I want him. But Anthony Black could become interesting if he's slotted into the starting lineup tonight. They've had Jonathan Isaac and Goga are ruled out, but Franz Wagner is a true GTD, it looks like. We'll get that news before lock. So, I'm not sure if they would slot Anthony Black in there or not. Probably not, but if he is, he becomes interesting. Moving over to the 2 guard. It's a lot of the guys we've talked about. Mikal Bridges, I think, might go overlooked. I feel bad because I was shitting on him at the first game of the year, and he really didn't do good, but then he come out against Indiana and he lit it up, and he's getting a lot of usage in this offense. Great matchup. I think he has a good upside. We talked about most of these guys. Zach LaVine, probably my favorite Bull. I really like LaVine. Love this game environment. Desmond Bane's going to be a lock piece for me tonight. I think I have him severely underprojected, especially if Ja Morant sets. Like I said, I expect him to play, but I'm not sure. But this game environment, I got to play Bane. I got to. Jaylen Brown's okay. I prefer Tatum, but if you can't get there on price, I understand. I wish his price wasn't as high, but I do have some interest in Bilal Calabi. He came to play basketball this year. I wish his price was a little cheaper. He's actually a lock for me over on DK, but on FanDuel, I can't lock him in, but he's in heavy consideration in my lineup building. What's up, 8? Looking down the line here, though, nothing's really sticking out. I think Dylan Brooks makes for an interesting low-owned, cheap play. He stunk it up against Charlotte, but last 2 games he's done decent. He's met this value. But Brooks is a very streaky player. Yeah, I am. We just got news that Giannis is going to play. I mean, we all kind of expected it, but he's still not on my radar with the pay-ups today. Yeah, I'm only doing 2 max per team today. Julian Champagne, if you need a cheap guy, don't mind him. Klay Thompson, his price is kind of where it should be, but he always has that upside. If he finds your way into your lineup, don't be upset about it. All right, I'm going to move on to the 3-guard. We keep getting news here. What's this? Emmanuel Quickly rolled out. Yeah, we kind of knew that. Tough matchup. Scotty Barnes, I like him today. RJ Barrett is going to play. I expect some kind of minutes restriction for Barrett. I don't even know what Barrett's projected for. He's projected for 27, so like he's not even going to be in my player pool because he's probably going to be on a minutes limit. But Scotty B, really like him tonight. He has not met his upside yet this year. He is much better than 44 fantasy points a night. See, we got some more news. Damn it, that's not what I wanted to see. Franz Wagner is available to play today. As I was about to talk about Paolo. If Franz was out, Paolo was a lock for me. But he's in. I still don't mind Paolo. He's a good play. Good matchup. He's got great upside. I don't mind Paolo at all. Jalen Johnson, I like him. Second favorite Hawk behind Trey today. He let us down against OKC. I don't mind going back to the well with him. He's got the upside. We just keep getting news from Underdog. What's this? We got the Magic lineup. They're going to start Suggs, KCP, Wagner, Banchero, and Wendell Carter Jr. Kind of who we expected there. But moving down the line, Jason Tatum I like a lot. If you need a safe floor play tonight and you're paying up, I would say Tatum. He's been on fire this year. He has the upside. I like Tatum a lot. Not a core piece for me, but I really like him. Tobias Harris is fine. We talked about LaVine. This is an interesting one. He got 27 minutes last time out, and he balled. Zachary, I can't even say his last name, Rashner. Anyway, I don't mind him at all at 3,900. If he's starting. I expect him to start again. I think DeAndre Hunter is going to set again, and I think he starts. Great value piece for me if he's starting. I would love to get that news before lock because he'll be core for me if he's starting, but I doubt we get that news. Keegan Murray is really gelling in this new offense for the Kings. Don't mind him at all. We talked about Bane. I love Bane tonight. KD's okay. Like, there's just more pay-ups around him that I want. Kuzma I don't like at all. I'm just gonna manually lower his projection a little bit, but love the game environment. I just don't like Kuzma as a player. JB's fine. Really underpriced, honestly. If you want, let's see, what's his ownership? Pulling about 5% ownership. If you want to get different, play Jimmy Butler tonight. I mean, you've seen it get Charlotte. He has the upside. Does everything. You guys know who Jimmy Buckets is. Like, I don't even need to explain it. DeRozan kind of performing how I thought he would, which is just not good enough for his price tonight. Good matchup, though. Jeremy Grant, we talked about Simons. It's either going to be Simons or it's going to be Grant. Night in and night out. And I like both of them. I prefer to only have one of those guys in my lineups, Grant or Simons. So if you instead of Rule do that, one of them is going to carry the offense. They have to. Another guy I think is being a little bit overlooked today, Lauri Markkanen. I mean, great player, has huge upside. This Golden State game, it was kind of a blowout, so he only played 27 minutes. But if this game's competitive, it's going to be because of him. He's going to get the minutes, and he has this 47-point upside like he had against Memphis in that competitive game. Rui's fine. His price is getting a little too steep, though. I should put Franz Wagner back in here, but I'm going to lower him just a little because he had an illness, you know. Nobody else really worth talking about through here that I see. I'm going to move it over to power forward. I like Patrick Williams a lot tonight. Might be a core piece for me. If we can get 30-plus minutes out of him, I think he easily meets value in this game. Really like Patrick Williams tonight. I like Sohan a lot. I like him a lot more on DK. He's actually a core piece for me on DK. FanDuel's price is just a little high, but I'm going to have him tonight in MME, and I'm okay with it. AD, everybody still, for some reason, just doesn't want to play AD. I'm going to be on the AD train until the wheels fall off. He's exceeded value all 3 games this year. I'm not forcing AD by any means, but I'm very happy if he's in my lineup tonight. Sabonis, great play today. Don't mind him at all either. Wemby's just okay for me today. He hasn't met value in either game. I don't know what's going on, but until he can start consistently producing, I'm not going to be coring him in my lineups. We know he's got it. He's got the upside. But I just want to take a wait-and-see approach. Talked about most of these guys. Bobby P, he's always a fine play. I don't mind if he's in my lineup. Aaron Gordon's fine. I think Alex Sarr is very interesting. Scored 30 against Cleveland, that tough interior in 25 minutes of play. If I knew for a fact I could get 28 minutes out of him today, he'd be a lock. Love the game environment too, so I like Sarr today. Gonna give him a little bit of a manual boost there. Try to get him in a couple more of my MME lineups. Siakam's fine. Mobley and Allen, take your pick. They're both fine. Jabari Smith has upside. You've seen it against Memphis. If Wemby locks down Sengun, then I think Smith could have a great game. But he is risky. I don't think there's anybody else to really talk about. Santi Aldama has an upside you seen last game, but really just an MME guy for me. Moving over to center where it's kind of difficult for me today. We got a lot of good plays here. My favorite's probably Clint Capella. So his backup that he splits with about 50-50 is out today. Sorry, I got a text. So Okongwu's out, so Capella should absorb more minutes tonight in a game environment that I absolutely love. Probably a core piece for me tonight. The only reason I'm not set in stone yet is because I'll love Vucevic tonight too. One of these two guys will be a core piece for me. I'm just not sure yet. Waiting on some more news to come out. Not sure yet which one I want to go with. Might just split them down the middle. Let you guys decide which one you want. But Clint, he's gonna have a good game. But he's pulling a lot of ownership at 26%. So you might want to go with Vucevic, who I like just as equally, but his ownership's at 9%. Moving down, Joker is always in play. He hasn't reached his ceiling yet. He's had a triple-double to start the season. Great game against the Clippers. They lost both of them, but he hasn't met his ceiling yet. I expect him to win this game. And Joker could absolutely be optimal tonight, even at that price. I probably won't have a lot of him because Capella and Vooch are going to take up most of my center spots, but I like Joker a lot tonight. Ayton's just fine. Like, you kind of know what you're going to get out of him. When the team starts getting injured, that's when his upside increases. But he'll give you a solid 30 to 38 fantasy points a night. And at his price, that could be enough tonight. Podol's okay. Don't mind him at all. Like that comment said, big men are eating against Joker this year. So he could be a sneaky upside play. Cat's just okay. I think he's priced appropriately. He's going against a tough interior with Cleveland, so I probably won't have much. He's priced where he should be, really. Nurk's fine. Wendell Carter Jr.'s fine. Everybody down through here is pretty much just fine. Well, with that said, that will be it for me going over the players. If you guys have any questions about any player in particular, let me know. We're just kind of waiting on some news to drop, especially, well, we got the Orlando news. I really want that Memphis news, but we're definitely not going to get it. Memphis is one of those teams that waits the last minute to drop it. We got Josh Hart news we're waiting on. Let's see, who else do we got? I know we got Josh Hart. We can just look at the updates tab. Quigley's out. Let's see, who all are we waiting on here? Josh Hart, Giannis gonna play. Bradley Beal, it don't really make me a difference if he plays or not. Miles McBride's still questionable, but I expect him to play. So confident I got him in my player pool. Larry Nance might get some run today. I doubt it, but with Okongwu being out, he might. So we're just waiting on Memphis and Josh Hart, really. And, you know, the ever-important Craig Porter news, if you were planning on playing him. So, starting my build, right? I know I want Patrick Williams. Well, if I'm playing Patrick Williams, I'm probably going to want another Bull as well. And I don't want it to be Vooch, the other big man, so I'm going to go with Clint Capella. So that's two of my core pieces right there, Clint Capella and Patrick Williams. I'm trying to build a cheap core today. May not be as cheap as I want it to be, but I'm trying to build a cheap core today so you guys can build how you want. The 2 I already told you I want Desmond Bain. So we got 3 of our core pieces in Desmond Bain, Patrick Williams, and Clint Capella. How can we build from here? See how much money we have. We have $42,700 left to build. That's $7,100 per slot. So we're doing all right. I think Jamal Murray looks really good today, and I really like Jamal. Trying to decide these next 2 pieces. I don't know how expensive or how cheap I want to go. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Or I could go in the middle with Mikal Bridges because I like him a lot. But I think I'm going to go with another power forward. Alex Sarr. Jamal Murray is at 12% owned. So Alex Sarr, my other core piece. Patrick Williams had shooting forward or small forward eligibility last year, and he doesn't this year, and I hate it because this takes up both of our power forward spots. Now, I really don't like doing that with a core. Really, really don't like doing that with a core. Man, that's aggravating. But we have a lot of money left. And I don't know if I want to go with Luka or if I want to go with Trey. Let's put Luka in the core for now, and let's run it and see what kind of lines we get. And then let's do it with Trey. So, not liking this first lineup it gave us. But I did optimize by high ceiling. Let me try it by highest projected. Okay. Now, I like this one here a lot. We get Jamal Murray with Luka. Bain, who I like. Kobe White, which gives me a second bull in the game I told you was my favorite. Maybe not Zach LaVine, but I think Kobe has a great upside as well. Tobias Harris, really the only player I'm not excited about in this lineup. We can look, though, at who we could change him out with. Mikal Bridges I like, and of course these are 3 core pieces. So it's kind of what I do when I build for my single entries, Jose, is I analyze the lineup like that, and I look at who do I like, why do I like them, and who is in here that's just, it doesn't gel with what I like throughout the day. And in this lineup, it happens to be one player, which is Tobias Harris at 6,100 at the 3. So let's look at players 6,100 or lower. Let's see who we got here. We could get Zachary, but his price is so much cheaper. That would drastically change the outcome of this build. We got Rui. I think Rui's solid. Josh Hart, if he plays, I would pick Josh Hart over Tobias. But there's really not a lot in this price range. So you would either have to pick between Harris, Hart, and Rui, or rebuild. So let's rebuild and see what we get if we take Luka out of the core and we put, I gotta take the salary thing off. And we put Trey in there, because Trey's a little bit cheaper. So let's see what that gives us. Now this is okay. I could live with this. We're still getting Jamal Murray. The only questionable piece I have here is Bilal Coulibaly, but he's in a game I like, and I told you I like him today. I just like him a lot more on DK where he's cheaper. My only issue with him is his price, but he has met value at this price already, and he shot the ball 16 times. I can't guarantee he's going to shoot the ball that many times again, but this is a game environment. There's going to be a lot of shooting. You want Scottie Pippen Jr.'s ownership? Right now it's a 1%. I think that is because we're waiting on news. Like, we get that news. Yep, there it is. Ja Morant, a true game time decision. Who would have thought? Who would have ever thought? Is there any beat reporters that could tell us if he was at shoot around? No, I'm not saying anything. Yeah, I don't see anything over here. It's so annoying with the Grizzlies, I swear. If you don't want to go SAR, I think I might do this. Where's he at? It is risky, but I might put Zachary Rishner in the 3 guard or small forward, and I might run that. Like I said, it is risky, but look at this first lineup we got. I didn't even lock Luka, and I got Luka. The only thing in this first lineup I don't care for is Malik Monk at the 2. He's 5,800. Let's see what we could get for 5,800 or less at the 2. Okay, so we got plenty of options here. We can go Monk, Sexton, Culleby, and I like all 3 of those. I might deep dive a little bit further in and analyze those. But Monk definitely has the highest upside of these 3 guys. But Bilal will probably play the most minutes of them. So, totally fine with any of those 3 outcomes. Let's see. Yeah, we know John Cockner's ruled out. So, Rishner is definitely more risky. But I expect DeAndre Hunter to be ruled out again. And looks like Line Star is too. Yeah, it's just running a lot of lineups and just kind of picking them apart. Like, this is 150 lineups. I don't have time to go through each and every one, but I do to single out a lineup for my single entries, if that makes sense. Like, I don't go through every single one of my 150 lineups I upload to FanDuel every day, but I do when I'm trying to build single entry. I will put my core in, I'll run it, and then I'll kind of analyze each lineup and see what I like, what I don't like, and so forth. I'm still trying to decide on these core pieces, though. Like, Zachary Rishner is very, very risky today, but I think he could be optimal at his price. That's my boy. I'm going to be honest with you. I think I'm going to run him in my single entry. So, just a heads up. I got to core him. It's risky, guys. And if you don't want to play him, I totally get it. But I got to play him tonight. And I'm going to make a rule. This is for you, Jose. I'm going to make a rule where I can have 3 players per team just so I can have Trae Young on this team as well. Any other team, I don't want 3. But on this one, I'm okay with it. But that leads me to my last core piece. I got 4 of the 5. And I think just for safety's sake of letting you guys build how you want to, it's going to be Jamal Murray. Because he's going to be in almost every one of my lineups tonight. He's going to be in a lot of mine. Yeah, just for the Hawks. Oh, Lord, I can't type. I'm trying to put the core in the Discord and... Ooh, it's bad. There you go, core is out. And now I'm going to run this. I like the second lineup. There's not a single person I don't like in the second lineup. That will probably be my showdown lineup right there. Or not showdown, single entry lineup. Let me see what I got under upcoming contest. 145, okay. Let's look at our ownerships over here. We're at 100% with the core. Was just posting the DFS channel. We getting 64% of Luka, a lot of Sabonis. DK core, let me swap here. I only have 2 pieces. Okay, no, I got 3. I'm sorry. No, I got 4. I can do 4 for DK. You see what my numbers are here. But for me on DK, it's gonna be Luka, Capella, Sohan, and Bilal Calabi. And let's run that real fast. If we were to run that. Yeah, that would be my DK core for sure. Definitely do not want Larry Nance. Do not play Larry Nance tonight. Well, I mean, you can play Larry Nance tonight because he should get run as the backup, but I'm not chancing it personally. I'm okay with Christian Braun, but I don't really want Larry Nance. Let's try it again. I could live with this first one, but I'm not crazy about having Luka and Kyrie together, so I'm just going to manually fade Kyrie, and let's try run it again. This first one I could live with. Well, Wagner over here. I'm getting a lot of Anthony Black, which I'm okay with it. Be a lot better with it if he was starting, though. Swap it to high ceiling and see what we get. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe too. It helps tremendously. Join the Discord posted in the description below as well. I'm getting a lot of Keyshawn George. He's Risky, but okay. I'm going to manually fade him for now because I have one DK lineup, single entry that I entered already, and he's in it, and I don't feel great about it. Okay, this one I like. With the exception of Marvin Bagley, I didn't see him in there. Man, it's just not spitting out anything I really care for. It would be between these two, I think. Devin Vassell expected to return first week of November. Don't really help us out. I'll check in just a second. You really gonna play Wemby after how he's treated us so far, though? I'm probably gonna have 0 Wemby tonight. But he's got the upside, right? So you got to think about that. Let's see. Okay, I'll swap back to FanDuel now, and we will take a look here at their ownership. AD's pulling about 15%, and Wemby is pulling 8%. Yeah, he does, bro. He's killing us. We're getting some lineups out now. Pacers start Halliburton, Nembhard, Smith, Siakam, Turner. Cavs start Garland, Mitchell, Wade, Mobley, Allen. How many lineups does I say I needed to build? Okay. Oh, I'm on wrong thing. So I'm sending it with the core tonight. These lineups right here on screen, I'm putting them in 150. I'm full balls to the wall on the core tonight. And it's either going to bless us or it's going to be a bad, bad night. Alright, I'm trying the CSV edit thing again. Can't remember if I told you or not, Jose, but I did get it to work the other day. Yeah, I done it the other day, thankfully. Thanks, buddy. Let's see if this uploads the right way. Hey, it uploaded. I just gotta be more confident with it, I suppose. Alright, guys, we got about 19 minutes to lock. You got any questions, hit me up with them. I'm here for you guys from here on out. And I did. I rocked 100% of the core. So, if the core does not work, then I don't make money. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join the Discord. It is down below in the description. No updates yet on any news. We're not going to get the Ja Morant news before lock. If he's out, Scottie Pippen becomes elite. Yeah, that's how it is. Scottie P becomes elite. That's all there is to it. Also, I did post the NFL core earlier. First time doing it, but I posted 2 cores. I personally am rocking the Malik Neighbors, Russell Wilson, Calvin Austin core. But like I said in the post, it's very risky with Calvin Austin. So there's that second core, much safer. If you just want to be a little safer. Tobias Harris is pulling the 3rd most ownership on the slate right now, just so you guys know. I don't understand why. He's at 20% owned. I would want to be under the field on that. Tobias is a great basketball player, has great upside, but I just don't like this matchup. I think it's just because there's nobody around that price point, and he's just in a weird spot. Like at 6,100, you get 100 more, you can play Michael Porter Jr., which I personally feel like is a better play at 2% ownership. But that's really your only option. Him or Mikal Bridges, which I prefer Mikal Bridges to all of them. How am I feeling about Hart? I don't want him even if he does play. I truly don't know. Well, it looks like he is playing. Okay, he's warming up right now. So he's fine. Like, I'll have him. Well, I won't have him in MME. I would have if I would have marked him in before I built my lineups, but I don't think he's a must play by any means. I'd much rather have Bridges, and in order for me around this price range, it'd be Bridges, Porter, Harris. No, I didn't post the DK core, but I can give it to you. I'll post it right now. There you go. It is posted in the Discord now. And you want to know about Jalen Johnson? I don't think he's that bad. Okay, he's worse than I thought. He's 18%. Atlanta, Washington game, Supreme Chalk. Probably, let me see, Atlanta, Washington. So, Capella, he's chalk, 28%. Zachary Richner is so much more owned than I ever thought he would be. He's at 20%. Jordan Poole, 19. Jalen Johnson, 18. For some reason, David Roddy is at 13%. I'm not playing David Roddy. And Kyle Kuzma is at 12%. The rest of them are under 10. Alex Sarr, I think, looks fantastic at under 10% ownership tonight. I really like Alex Sarr. Was he in? Let me check. Is Sarr in my single entry? I think he is. I'm double checking. Yes, he is. So, yeah. Sarr is in my single entry. My big one as well. Kuzma I would not want, is like my fade of this game. He's got the upside, don't get me wrong. He can absolutely blow the top off, but it would need to be without Jordan Poole on the floor, in my opinion. But this game, both teams, I don't know if you were here, 8, are top 8 in pace. Pace is important. But Memphis and Chicago, I'm much more interested in because Chicago ranks number 1 in pace and Memphis number 2. There's only 2 players in this entire game in double-digit ownership. Kobe White at 19% and Patrick Williams at 11%. Everybody else on this page is under 10% owned, including Desmond Bane that's at 5%. Now, that might change with the Ja Morant news, whether he plays or not. But I think Bane is a great play with Ja on or off the court in this game environment. And if Ja doesn't play, then I think Bane and Scottie Pippen become must-haves. We got 13 minutes to lock, fellas. No new news has come across the tweeter. Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, Jaquez, Terry, Bam. What's Levine's ownership? Too low. Levine almost made the core. 5%. I hate to tell all you guys that we're going to play him, but JT Thor is out tonight. He is not playing. So for all you Thor players out there, going to have to fade. I'm bamboozled by this. David Roddy pulling 13% ownership. has me baffled. I don't know what I'm missing. But I'll tell you, as a Grizzlies fan, like, he's serviceable at best. Just have some weird names pulling ownership tonight. Like Tobias Harris at 20%. Nance, it'll be 0 from me, but the public has him at 4%. You got 10 minutes to lock, gentlemen. I wouldn't play Strother on a 10-game slate. I guess you could really say you're drawing at straws with him. If this was a smaller site, sure. But yeah, he's not even in my player pool. He's projected for like 11 points. 16, 17 minutes just won't do it on an 11-game slate, man. Yeah, Naismith's viable. He should be starting. Not really my favorite play, but he's okay. He's starting. He played 28 minutes last game when he started, so he's not a good fantasy producer. But if he's your last guy in, all you can afford, sure. Much rather have Zachary Richner tonight. But if you're at the 3 guard and you have, say, $4,000 left, I think he will probably be your only viable one. Yeah. I mean, you could play Naismith. He's the next best one, but it would be Richner for sure. 5 minutes to lock. No news has really came out yet. Holy shit. Justin Fields is inactive tonight and will be considered Pittsburgh's number 3 emergency QB. Fields has to have nudes of fucking Mike Tomlin's wife or something. Holy shit. Alright, guys, only 4 minutes till lock now. If you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to bounce out of here. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Thank you so much. If you got any questions, I'll be in the Discord. Feel free to @ me at any time, and I will help you best I can. Good luck, gentlemen. I hope to see you